Welcome back to another Shadowverse video. Today we will be looking at a Vengeance Bloodcraft deck list. So here's my deck list. We got your standard 3/3/3 the 2 drops. I am running one Blood Pact just for another Vengeance enabler. This deck doesn't run the Soul Dealers and it only actually runs 2 Belphegors, so we're not actually going to be necessarily in Vengeance a lot of the time, and sometimes your opponent leaves you at 11 health and the extra Blood Pact and all the other options are going to be able to bring you down to 9 and put you into Vengeance. 3/3 in the Hungering Horde Razor Claw. You got 2 Succubus and a Grimnir. Grimnir, I mean, a lot of the time you don't really get to 10 play points, but there's so many like aggro powerful decks that the extra, we'll call it a disagreeable demon slash Grimnir, is pretty useful. Only running 2 Belphegor. This is kind of from last meta where it's really aggro, you didn't really need Belphegor. This one is a little slower, so Belphegor might still be good, but I'm only running 2 because a lot of time you just naturally get there. 3 Big Knuckle Bodyguard, 3 Dark Air Jammer, 3 Diabolic Drain, 1 Carabrosse just because I have a Carabrosse, and honestly she's pretty good. She's kind of like a kind of Belphegor because she provides you with the card draw, but it's not the greatest card. I wouldn't like advocate including it. Kind of like a win more sometimes. Queen Vampire, last meta she was pretty powerful when you're playing against other spawn decks. Producing 2 1/1 wards is a lot of the time pretty good. I only have 1 copy. I think she's good as a 1-of. In some situations she's just super powerful card to have in your hand. And then finally, 2 Emeralda, such a powerful card, especially with Vengeance. Can push through a lot of damage, take out, a Roland, take out the whatever the amulet that Roland produces is, and just so many options there. We are just gonna go ahead, jump into ranked, play 3 games, hopefully get some wins. As you can see, I'm now 8-8-3, not too bad there. Haven't been winning too much lately. I've been playing a lot of Control Blood, which is similar to my previous list that I was playing last expansion. I think it works a little better this expansion, but you will see. I've been playing a lot of Vengeance Blood as well. Been seeing a lot of D-Shift. Been seeing a lot of Shadow decks, Dragon decks. Most of the meta there. Let's see here. So we're against Rune. Rune, I would like to actually get something onto the board. I think we're just not going to keep Succubus, even though it's a really nice card to have on curve. We're just going to go for more powerful draws. I'm going to believe that this deck is, we are playing against D-Shift here. Especially if we see an Insight here. Oh, Witch's Cauldron. So we're not playing against D-Shift. I am gonna play the Urias here.
I'm powerless for now.
Next turn, if they play a follower, we're gonna be able to play Disagreeable Demon, protect the Urias. Urias is always super powerful behind a ward. Just puts in so much work. Unfortunately, not necessarily against Unica, but we're just gonna go ahead and play the Disagreeable Demon.
I'm not doing this for you.
Might as well hit them for 1.
No.
They're gonna heal it off, but on 3, Magic Illusionist.
No.
Interesting. There. So we can play Belphegor, or we can just play 2 more followers. I think the play here is... I do want to play 2 more followers here.
Powerless for now.
Here, I think I actually want to trade into the Magic Illusionist.
Don't hold me up.
I want to waste that Earth Raid, or the Earth Sigil, and also it's going to summon 2 of those.
Unbelievable.
And then let's see. I think I do just want to trade. Rune doesn't really have a good way to heal, so I'll just be chipping away at them slowly. And the Uriases behind a ward are just, the perfect way to do it. They don't really run Magic Missile in these lists, They run kaleidoscopic. Maybe they don't even run that anymore because of total. Ooh, interlocking claws. That's an interesting one.
I am a flower.
That's another
I
2
bloom
damage
on
chip
stage.
to the face, which is pretty good.
No! You're done for. Like a bird, I sing. Oh, wish I tried harder.
What a cruel
It's
end!
not too bad for us there. We're just gonna go ahead and drop the Belphegor.
I want it. It's like gold to me.
Got some good cards there. I'm gonna drain this. Go for the Belphegor here. Next turn we are gonna be able to go for the Razor Claw and the Dark General to put us into Vengeance if our opponent does not put us into
How
Vengeance.
vulgar.
Get him right there.
You figure.
Unbelievable.
So something like a Witch's Cauldron scrap, or like a 1 mana Earth Sigil into a Halo Golem would be pretty bad here. We don't have to worry about Levi this turn. Our opponent could also just set up for Levi, which would be pretty bad. But I think we have a lot of burst. We aren't gonna get bursted out by our opponent. I don't think. The 5 play points.
I've got to win.
Felice. That's pretty good here.
Give it to me again.
Let's see, so Felice, it gets Storm if it's a Vault. I wonder what our opponent's thinking. Probably if they want to go. I mean, surely they probably have to take out the earrings.
It won't be long now.
Felice was one of the
No
cards
crying.
we didn't want to
No
see.
looking back.
Because it's such a large
What a
body.
cruel end!
I think the play here is still just to go face. Gotta think, our opponent needs 8 can Felice. So Felice can't hit face, which is pretty good for us. They would need 8 burst damage, which I don't necessarily, or they would only need 6 because I'm hitting myself in the face with the Razor Claw. So something like a Levi with a piercing rune would be 5.
Unbelievable.
So I think we're just gonna go for
Rage
the
empowers me.
Witness
win
the power.
here. This is gonna set up our Emeralda.
Cowardly crazy. Unbelievable.
So next turn, even if he plays a ward, as long as he doesn't heal, we'll be able to kill the Emeralda. Though he could kill us here. Not very many common ways, like I'm thinking like Blade Mage would be really powerful here, but I don't really think they play it. I'm trying to think of what they could play. Most likely here, maybe like a Dance of Death. Maybe like Levi plus Demonic Strike would be a kill. Or no, it would not actually. I think we have this one in the bag. Felice was a pretty good play by our opponent, but we just happened to have the lethal in hand. This is why Emeralda, I really like the card. It's super powerful.
On the warfield, a shining helmet.
There's the Hector,
My life ends,
but like we said,
but my will abides.
I don't know if there's anything. A scrap iron smelter here for the double ward would be pretty brutal for us. I don't know what my opponent's thinking for 1 play point, except scrap. Maybe Witch's Cauldron or something? Okay, that's the turn back to us. And gonna go ahead and blow that up.
I'm sorry.
Since we're in Vengeance, and we're gonna take that out
Looks like
for the
you
win.
won.
So this expansion, I really think there's a large shift to D shift. And, I really like playing D shift, but
All
problem with
too
me playing D shift is it seems like whenever I play against D shift, they always have D shift in their opening hand. Whenever I play D shift, I get it on like turn 5 or 6, and it gets a little hard to combo off. But you get it on, you know, turn with off of your Merlin on turn 4, you know. So I've been a little frustrated with that deck in that case. Even though I do like playing the deck. I think D-Shift's a lot more powerful this game with a little bit of a slower metagame, and then Burn Rune without the ability to, you know, deal with the spawn and everything. Spawn's really non-existent these days. I do play like a 1 or 2 of in the Control Blood deck, but spawn's really not that prevalent, so, you know, Burn Rune's going down. Haven't really seen the matchup against Shadow, but I hear it's a good matchup, so we'll see about that. I really like Big Knuckle Bodyguard in this matchup, but I think we just will end up getting some good stuff, even if we mulligan it. Looks like our opponent did mulligan 3 cards. So in terms of sword decks, probably there's neutral sword, mid sword. I've also seen like aggro sword, so like face sword. Most likely neutral sword, I think, is the most common there, and we do see the neutral there.
I bloom on stage.
Wonder if we go for Razor Claw here. Or Hungering Horde. I'm actually gonna go for the Razor Claw here, even though it's a much more versatile spell.
Over.
If we can start getting Chepmar on our opponent, that would be really good. We shouldn't have to worry about like a 4 play point Geno. That'd be pretty punishing to the Succubus.
Let's have some fun.
The Succubus
Nice and
being able to
slow.
deal some chip 2 here and there is gonna let us turn the corner a lot sooner. They do have the Geno, which is a little unfortunate. However, we did draw the Big Knuckle Bodyguard here, which is pretty nice. And that just will be the play. There isn't really a better play here. We're going down a little low. Sword is probably the second class, or the second worst class to go this low. At this point in the game, they don't have too much Storm. You know, they could play an Albert and Evolve here. There's Council of Card Knights out wide us, but like Storm in Sword, Storm in Dragon. Dragon's really fearful because they could just play a Dark Dragoon Fort, and then what do?
You're done for.
Who's gonna evolve?
A little blood won't
Probably
stop
going
me.
face. Ooh. Evolve and trade.
That one didn't count.
So that's pretty interesting, actually. We have a lot of options here. Well, not really. I guess we don't have that many options. It really depends what we want to do with this disagreeable demon. Since our opponent's playing board control and not going face, I don't think they have that much Storm, so I'm actually gonna
Doing this for you.
play a 4/3 disagreeable demon. It's gonna let us turn on Vengeance next turn with Bloodwolf or Belphegor, and then also activate the Dark General. Allidas is perfectly fine here.
Wish I tried harder.
Dark Air Jammer. So in this case, I think we just want to play it a little safe. We could have gone Belphegor, hoping to draw like a diabolical drain there or something. But I just wanted to save the health for the Bloodwolf, because the Bloodwolf is always going to be dealing 2 damage to you. So if I'm at 10, the Belphegor now deals 0 damage to me. Otherwise, I would have been at 8. I think we're in an okay position. Front Guard General might be bad here. Council of Card Knights, it's not that bad.
There are no wolves, are there?
Amazing Red Riding Hood.
It won't be long now. Think you fooled me?
It's a little bad.
me again.
We do have the Dark Air Jammer here though, so hopefully we pull some good stuff. Though I don't know really what there's good that to pull. Unfortunately, all of our cards line up pretty
This is
poorly.
my home. You are my food.
against my opponent's cards. I think I'm gonna evolve Urius here.
Let us conclude. Powerless no more! What a troublemaker!
Your Majesty!
I just have to go for something like this. Fortunately, Council of Card Knights is super powerful. Even, you know, last meta against Spawn, Council of Card Knights was one of the cards in terms of whenever I play neutral that I always wanted to draw against Spawn. Super powerful. Fangblade Slayer.
Chew on this!
I think we're almost dead. We need to find an answer to the Fangblade Slayer here.
What a cruel end!
So just deciding where to go. In this situation, I think I would go face. Because the blood deck, if I took 5, went to 2, I couldn't play any of the cards that deal 2 to me. I wonder what the play is here. I mean, I'm sure they probably have an Albert. I'm gonna Big Knuckle.
These fists will finish you!
What a letdown! Age empowers me! Cowardly
I think I
creatures!
just have to go face here. The extra 1 damage. It makes like a novice trooper, I guess. A little better against us, but really, what can we really play around here? Our other alternative was to play Belphegor, hopefully get Diabolic Drains, but I guess we have 3 left, and our deck is 24 cards. Playing Goblin, that means like Alice?
Come on, everyone! Hurry up!
You could draw a multitude of things. Alwaida's command does summon the Pirate first, so the 3/2 Storm first. So you could get that. Okay.
My life ends.
Chew on this!
My will abides.
That one didn't count.
I am the Mad
Grim.
Cyclone.
So here I'm definitely gonna deploy the
I
Belphegor.
want it.
Hope
It's
for,
like
you know,
gold
2
to
Diabolic Drains here would be really nice. And none of them. Yep, and we are just gonna be dead to the Fangblade Slayer, unfortunately.
I seem to have lost.
The Fangblade Slayer really put in a lot of work, and the Council of Card Knights both put in a lot of work this game. Unfortunately, lost there, but we're gonna go ahead and get one last game with the deck. Vengeance Blood, I think, is, you know, a really powerful deck. It feels like a lot more consistent, kind of. You know, Disagreeable Demon's really cool card to have in the deck. Big Knuckle Bodyguard, a lot of value. I'm not playing Scarlet Sabror. Maybe there's room for a couple Scarlet Sabrors, maybe 1 or 2. It feels like it kind of counteracts the Vengeance by gaining you the life and costing 5 play points. But against Haven, I don't know. Against Haven, I just really like Urius. I feel like they're gonna be, you know, Beast Kalaria. Everything's gonna be pinging them for a lot. But I'm just gonna keep the Blood Pact. Try to, you know, naturally put myself into Vengeance and just have a lot of cards in my hand. A lot of the time, maybe it might not be very good to play a 2-drop into a Haven deck. They're just gonna, you know, 2-drop. Spiderweb Imp, on the other hand, could be a better 2-drop to have. I think I actually do want to get on the board.
This is my home.
You know, 2-drops are not Spiderweb Imp because they're just gonna die to a Black Inscripture. Ooh, menu. So this is gonna be Stormhaven we're playing against. I actually haven't played against Stormhaven this expansion, so I have no idea how the matchup works. We're looking decent here. I don't know what wait, there's the Beast Ball. So they're choosing to trade. Unfortunately, we can't target this with anything, I don't think. We cannot. I suppose the play is just to, you know, play a Goliath. I'm just gonna trade with the menu because it's an annoying follower that if he's able to go, you know, Tribunal and hit the big knuckle bodyguard and then just evolve the menu, there've been, you know, a lot of trouble there.
That one didn't count.
Even though we're not in vengeance, you know, Dark Air Jammer is gonna provide us 2 bodies on the board. You know, one of them we're able to, let's see. We want to evolve here? I don't think we do.
No!
Although our opponent has a lot of Storm in this matchup, you know, a Garuda next turn would be, you know, horrible. This turn, I don't really know what our opponent's gonna do. You know, Princess Snow White. It's an annoying card because it's just gonna be able to trade with Blood Wolf right away. But with the Emeralda, Dark Air Jammer, Diabolic Giant, we have many powerful cards in our hand, so I don't mind playing a longer game.
Done for. Your kiss will awaken me. Crystals of snow shimmer in the night.
Maybe like a Blackened Scripture here?
Winter ends.
Yep, there's the Blackened Scripture. Here I would really like to like get a Urius, you know, because it's Urius. Once again, we don't really have too many great plays here. I'm just gonna go Dark Air Jammer again.
I'm powerless.
Oh, there's the Urius.
For now.
I always like getting in on a little bit of chip damage here and there, especially against Stormhaven. You know, what real healing do they have?
Stop!
Our opponent's gonna be able to burst us, you know, for 7 this turn if they wish. Not too bad for us, I wouldn't say. You know, a Garuda here would be able to blow. Well, I guess if it's Garuda here, if they hit the Dark Air Jammer, it would burst. Because in this game, if the Garuda, if the Urius dies first,
Cruel end.
well, there's the Garuda anyways, but if the Tribunal took out the Garuda, or the Tribunal took out the Urius, it wouldn't trigger the effect onto the Garuda. That's what I was trying to say. I think that has to be the play. Yeah, we are up in evolution points here, so I don't mind trading it out a little bit. Fortunately, this is 6 attack. We're gonna be able to trade with our entire Queen Vampire, but we are gonna be left with a couple powerful cards, and our opponent has, you know, gone through the stage where they, you know, had set up, you know, amulets, so they're gonna have to reset up amulets and then re-Garuda. I mean, playing Garuda is always a good thing, but the other option we had was to just go ahead Emeralda, March Harris. That's not too bad for us actually. We like that trade right there. Here I like probably just going here. We're gonna start putting a little bit of pressure on our opponent.
No!
Forgot that we didn't have Storm, but yeah, I guess that's kind of a misplay since we didn't have the Vengeance there. If our opponent just goes Garuda here, is it that bad? It's a little bad. Execution. I didn't expect this. So we could just go double BKB here.
These fists will finish
Definitely
you.
going single BKB.
Oh wait. Crystals of snow shimmer in the night.
I think that's just fine.
These fists will finish you.
Winter ends. Stop!
We still have a decent amount of removal, and if the opponent plays, you know, something bigger, BKB doesn't remove enemies. Aegis, we definitely didn't expect
The
to see.
real battle begins.
Or at least I didn't expect to see Aegis here.
Righteousness shall reign.
Maybe we played it a little too slow, and I guess the Aegis might have been predictable. We did try Diabolic Drain, which is interesting. It is correct to go ahead and use that, I'm sure. So last time we had the option to play Succubus with a Drain for an extra 2.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Stop! I'm not doing this for you. Let's have some fun.
I guess I should have evolved there. Yeah. So I definitely should have evolved there. I'm expecting just a Grimnir, because they always have it on 10. Divine Birdsong, which is good.
These golden wings will end you.
Yeah, that's gonna end up being lethal. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, wish I tried harder.
Your strength is formidable.
The cards just didn't quite line up. Belphegor, this is kind of a weird matchup, because the Storm deck has a lot of Storm cards and a lot of ways to activate it, and you kind of have to balance, you know, your life total and then your Vengeance. Kind of misplay with the Vengeance at the end with the Emeralda, but maybe there might not have been a better play there either. So, but I hope everybody has enjoyed this Vengeance Blood gameplay video. Looking at the deck list one more time. If there's anything I'd change, I'd probably cut the Carabrosse, though we didn't really see it. Queen Vampire, I still think it's a pretty good card to have in there. One Blood Pact that saved me on a lot of occasions. You know, the top deck Blood Pact, perfectly putting me into Vengeance. I really like having this as another Vengeance activator. But I hope everyone's enjoyed, and I'd like to remind everyone to rate, comment, subscribe, and see you later.